Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm back. I'm sorry I took a kind of a hiatus. I was on a roll and then I fell off a little bit. But I had my reasons. Mainly because my PC was just not working for the last week, and then after that I had to change rooms. But we're back now. I'm gonna try and get onto these videos a bit more. I've got another video recorded already, so hopefully there should be some coming out soon. But today we are going to be talking about Beavo. If you don't know who Beavo is, he's a TikToker who went viral for eating his food in a very, very funny way. He would basically get his food and not chew it. It would go straight down his throat, and it would actually lead to a lot of funny clips of him swallowing a potato or something and panicking that he's about to die because he looks like he's about to choke on his food. Now TikTok is the home of one-hit wonders. A lot of people go viral for something and then, a lot of people will be talking about it. They'll get a lot of love and a lot of people will be making videos about it, saying how funny it is. People leaving comments saying how funny it is, but eventually the joke dies out. Like any joke, you probably have a joke with your friends that is not funny the next week, or you have and with TikTok that is so amplified because it's everyone, and if it's every week, in a week's time, the current joke is unfunny, and it kind of sucks for the people because some people want to build a career off the back of that, and then they kind of just fall off a month later. And Beavo was kind of one of those people. He went viral for swallowing the potatoes, but eventually people didn't find that funny anymore because he just does it you see him do it for the 100th time, and it's oh, okay, this guy doesn't chew his food, funny, move on to the next thing. Now obviously that's not a bad thing. I mean, this happens to a lot of people, and it is very hard on TikTok to stay relevant for a long time. Not many people can do it. What you have to do is you have to just keep posting and try new things. And when people start to fall off like that, they start to get desperate. And Beavo is definitely one of these desperate guys. And he really wants to be rich and famous, but he doesn't really have anything to back it up. And I'm gonna sound a bit harsh here, but I'm being honest. He's not really super funny. He's not super good at this, super good at that. It was just funny how he was eating his food. It was kind of like we was laughing at him instead of with him most of the time. And obviously he claims that he was doing this on purpose. It was all planned, or to eat this food in a certain way to piss people off to get views. And that could be true, but it doesn't matter. We're still not gonna care about you after. Anyway, this desperation for fame and money and stuff like that leads a lot of people to do kind of cringy stuff and start to beg us for your attention. And one of these things was with Neon. So Neon is one of these streamers. He's super degenerate. I should make a video on him because this guy is weird. He's a lot like Jack Doherty, where he just is known for people hating him. Basically, he'll say weird stuff on his stream, he'll make cringy jokes, and he'll just do anything for the clip. And Neon was streaming one day. I think he was in Hollywood, but Hollywood Boulevard, and Beaver bumped into him, and he was he was basically begging him to collaborate. I was saying that he was gonna pose to his girlfriend on his stream. I don't know if he was actually joking. He seemed dead serious, but he could obviously just be saying this for views. But it's not something that I'd be completely shocked if I saw happen. I'm not sure how old Beavo is. I think he's 23, 24. And Neon's 19. So to see a grown man beg a teenager like this is so I don't know, for me it's really uncomfortable. I don't know, I don't like it. I mean, it would be uncomfortable if it was roles reversed, but this, I don't know, man, it's weird. Glazing Neon is one sin. That's probably the worst thing you can do. Worst person that you can glaze. There's a lot better people to glaze, I like to glaze Duke Dennis and my friend Toros, and Sonny likes to glaze Sean. But he didn't stop at Neon, because later on in that same stream, he finds Soulja Boy. And Soulja Boy, I kind of like Soulja Boy. He seems quite kind of funny. I mean, his music is kind of dead. I haven't heard a song from Soulja Boy since the one, the Whoa one that came out 20 years ago. And also, actually, to be fair to him, he did have a banger, Rick and Morty, the Fortnite freestyle. But he sees Soulja Boy and he sees this as an amazing opportunity to get some clout. Because, Beavo x Soulja Boy, that's the collaborate everyone wanted. It's like Ronaldo and Messi, what a godly duo that is. So he goes up to Soulja Boy. He has kind of an awkward interaction. I mean, it's not that bad, but he goes up for a dap up, and he leans in, and Soulja Boy stands still. I don't know if he saw him or not, but it's just an awkward screenshot of him leaning in and Soulja Boy not leaning in. It's kind of that's embarrassing. And after that, he does this really, really weird thing, and it's I don't know if he was doing it as a joke, because he knows like this is like pathetic and the video is gonna go viral like because of like how random what he does is. But he basically gives him like a £10 note. I don't know if it was, I can't remember if it was £10 or £20 note. And Soldier Boy like he gives it to him and he's just like, yeah, cool. I mean, to be fair, Soldier Boy was very nice about it considering he just gave him like some money. I know you might be saying like, oh yeah, you know, if I got some money I'd be happy. But Soldier Boy I think is a millionaire, probably, right? Just giving him like a £10 note that you had in the back of your pocket because you wanted to like have an interaction with him. It's super weird, right? There's one thing fans giving like rappers or like YouTubers like presents that's like custom. Like if someone gave like Mr. Beast a knitted sweatshirt of like his Beast logo, you know, that'd be pretty sweet. That'd be pretty wholesome. But he's giving, imagine I went up to Mr. Beast and was like, oh look, this is a £10 note. This is money from my country. Yeah, he wouldn't care. But Beaver went on a roll in America. He didn't stop there. He did not stop there. He went on this podcast called the Whatever Podcast. Now this podcast is so bad. Like it's one of those podcasts that is like, they get a bunch of women, they get some guys that have some funny beliefs. They basically have the same talking point every single podcast. Literally every podcast of the Whatever Podcast and the Fresh and Fit Podcast is basically the same. 90% of the episodes are the same episodes. It would be like women there, a bunch of women, and the host will be like, yo, religion is good, sex with men is bad, you should not be doing that, I would not want that for my family. And they will be like, oh, I like having my life like this. They will be like, no, you should not do that. And I know me having an opinion on these podcasts is kind of like maybe a little bit divisive and might seem like I'm leaning a left or right. I don't know. I don't actually have like a massive problem with some of these guys. Sometimes they are kind of funny, but most of their content on their podcast is boring. Okay, I'm gonna say that. Yeah, so I don't really watch these podcasts. They're very boring. They're not funny. They're just, I know they're not even supposed to be funny, but they just like have the same talking point. Beaver went on this podcast and he went on with his girlfriend. And his girlfriend isn't just, you know, some regular girl. She's in fact an OnlyFans girl. And with this OnlyFans girl, he has an open relationship, meaning that he goes and has sex with girls and she goes and has sex with other guys. They come together, they have sex with each other, they will have loads of sex. And, you know, a lot of people look at that thing, that type of relationship, and say, that's kind of weird. And to be honest, I'm one of those people, I think that's kind of a weird relationship. Like, I don't know, I feel like, obviously some people can do that, and I'm not saying that there should be like laws or something to not do that. But I think getting made fun of for that like type of relationship is kind of like, you kind of deserve like a little bit of like shit taken out of you. Like if you want to sleep around, sure, like, but don't say you're like girlfriend and boyfriend. I feel like just be like friends with benefits or some shit. Like it just makes it way less more complicated. And those type of relationships never really turn out well. You know, Destiny. And if you know the streamer Destiny had this exact same relationship with his wife and they got divorced. So he basically goes in there, talks about his open relationship, and he kind of goes on this weird tangent. He gets rattled really badly, and the guy is like making fun of his open relationship and talking about religion, and he kind of like, he gets tilted. He starts talking about how people with 9 to 5s are slaves to the system, and because he has an OnlyFans girlfriend and he gets paid from OnlyFans or whatever, that means that he is financially free because he can make money anywhere. Which is like, I guess fair enough. I guess if you really, really would hate a job that badly. But to be honest, I genuinely think most people would prefer a 9 to 5 than to, you know, have their girlfriend get railed by other guys every other day. Genuinely, I think most people would say that. I probably say that, to be honest. So the podcast comes out and people make fun of Beavo. They hate him. They just hate him. They just make fun of this guy all day. So he comes out and makes a video and says, they paid me to say certain things, and certain things I said wasn't true. And if that was true, and he got paid to say certain things, you're basically saying things to embarrass yourself, right? And you would want to get paid quite a lot. If I asked you to go on a podcast and say a bunch of stuff about yourself that isn't true and that would be really embarrassing for you for everyone to know, if you're gonna say yes, you would want to get paid a lot of money. And what a lot of money to you is, I don't know. But for some people, that could be a couple thousand, couple 100,000. But not to Beavo. Beavo got paid £125. But hey, if that's what he wants to do, let him do it, I guess. Who is really the slave to the system? Is it regular people who work 9 to 5s and have a decent wage to feed their families and want to live a regular life? Or is it Beavo getting paid £125 to completely embarrass himself on a podcast? I don't know. Leave in the comments. Again, this was kind of this. Let me know if you like this type of style video. I was kind of rambling. The edit might be a bit janky. We'll see how it comes out. New videos coming. I'm going to be more consistent. I'm streaming on Twitch a lot. So make sure to go to my Twitch. twitch.tv/snomlive. Subscribe to this channel. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.